Going into our last game of the season has been really, really good. Form's been fantastic. We've tweaked the tactic a little bit, and Zlatan has finally started scoring. Perfect transfer. I knew he'd be good. Hello and welcome to another episode of Going Pro with me, Dan, aka D-Boy Plays. And as mentioned, form has been really good. Since the Udinese game, which we did lose 1-0, frustratingly, we've been unbeaten in 4. We won 3 games, drew 1 against Crotone, which was a bit annoying, but had a great win against Ascoli, 4-0 in that. And as I say, Zlatan has finally realised where the goal is, scoring 2 out of those last 4. And also, Salcedo started scoring. Well, I say started scoring. He scored his first goal in, that many games for us. Took him a bit of time to find the net, both of them, but they've both realised that we're meant to be shooting into the goal with the opposition's goalkeeper in and trying to help the team win, which is great. And we've taken on our last game of the season. We've got Perugia. We're in the playoffs. There's no way we can obviously get into second place. We're 5 points behind Parma, but we've put in a good little run in the last few games. They've just obviously on fantastic form. We have leapt up to third. Obviously, a win here would mean that we will be, I believe, we'll be seeded into the later parts of the playoffs. But I feel like we should beat Perugia. They're in 14th. We should be fine. But obviously, if Udinese or Tonana better us for points, they're going to jump above us. If both of them do, then we go down to 5th, and then we've got quite a long playoff system to run through. But I'm optimistic. It's Perugia. We're in good form. We have changed the tactic a little bit as well. We went back to the original tactic. Our 5-2-3, and it's working. It's working. So I'm not unhappy. Like I say, it's helped Zlatan get a couple of goals. We've been decent. The only disappointing result with it was the one against Crotone, but they look at the recent form from the boys, all in the green. So hard to be unhappy at something like that. As far as team news goes, nothing massive really has changed. We've had a load of boys that come back from injury. Comey's come back, although since Zlatan started scoring goals, it seems a bit silly to just chuck him straight back in. We'll obviously give him some game time though, because he is a legend. Rui has very much become my first choice left back, even though rating wise and statistically he's maybe not the strongest looking player. He's just been playing really well for us. He's been a really, really solid wing back. He's obviously quick enough, he can cross well, and he's only 20, so he's still got room to improve. I think that the scouts said that he's not likely to be better than a Serie B player, which is fine because that's what we need him to be right now. But yeah, he's started to come good. No other news really. No other news. We've got our game against Perugia. If we do well against them, like I say, we're in the later parts of the playoffs. The other thing worth mentioning, I suppose, about the save is how the finances are going. And currently we are absolutely hemorrhaging money. By the looks of things, I guess we're just not getting much TV revenue. We've obviously not been getting anything for transfers because no one's buying our players. Not that we're looking to sell anyone. So we're $2.5 in the red. $2.5 million in the red. I wish it was $2.5 grand. So obviously that's something we've got to try and address maybe over the transfer window once we get there. But if we get promoted, we'll get an absolute wedge from doing that, I believe. If we have a little look, I believe it's something like 2.15 million. Yeah, 2.15 mil. So that almost cancels out the entire debt. And then obviously being in the Serie A, we might get a bit more TV revenue and we might actually start making some money, which would be nice. But we've obviously got to get there first. So let's do this game against Perugia and hopefully get those 3 points. Sorry, I keep interrupting us going back to this game, but I thought this was a really interesting email. Zlatan has he's planning on retiring at the end of the season by the looks of things, but he's postponing his retirement until the 15th of July because he's been given a call-up by Sweden for the Euros, which is kind of incredible. 42 years old, getting a call-up. Just proud to have one of our players being represented at the Euros. So I just thought I'd bring you back for that one. Little quick email thing. Anyway, come on, let's get to this game. I'm stalling. Here's the formation we're going with. Yeah, we've changed to that 5-2-3, like I said. It's actually starting to do pretty well for us. No massive changes, I imagine, but it's all the players you're used to seeing from this season. Rizzo in goal, Mazzi, Camigliano and Perotta making up our centre-backs, Colli and Rui making up our wing-backs, with Diambo and Palumbo in the middle. Palumbo's been a fantastic loan. Calcedo is on the right, Della Morte on the left, with Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front. Let's hope we can get some points out of this one. Come on, boys. I mean, it would be great to be. Obviously, we're guaranteed in this little playoff thing that's happening. Unless I'm massively misunderstanding something and they're just going to go, oh yeah, no, that doesn't happen. That's not happening. But we've cancelled it. Or something stupid happens in the game where I'm just reading everything wrong. But we've put ourselves in a good run. Hopefully we can get, to the, like I say, we can sort of skip that beginning part and go to the last stage. I don't actually know how it works. So it'll be interesting to see what the options are for it, whether we join later in it or whether we are just in straight away. Oh, brilliant. Highlight nice and early for us. Diambo. Back to Mazzi. Forward to Diambo again. Played into the box. Della Morte. Easy finish for him. 1-0 to the good within the first 2 minutes. Something I am noticing actually about this tactic. We had a 1-0 win. I can't remember the team that we beat 1-0, but we went 1-0 up in the first minute, I think it was. I think Diambo scored in the 43rd second. Something ridiculous like that. And then we did nothing for the rest of the game, but we got the win. So it's obviously very early on, we do a fantastic job, then the opposition do everything they can to stop us, and then we do all right. But then obviously the game that we played against Ascoli, we beat them 4-0, so I don't really know if there's a pattern forming with any of that. Clearly not. Just a fun observation. But we score early in this formation, so it's nice to see. Rui down on the left-hand side, cuts it back for Della Morte, gets his... I was going to say I thought he was trying to get a crossway, but that was actually a shot. Interesting. Do you know what? I would say this. We've done really well to bring it back to just 3 points away from second. If there'd been... Obviously, that obviously depends on how Parma's game goes. But if there had been just one result that had changed throughout the season, we could have got automatic promotion, which would have been lovely. What? Why is there a penalty? Sorry. I'm so confused. Why are they doing a penalty check? Good, I'm glad there's no penalty. What just happened then? Was there did they think that we fouled someone? I've no idea. Palumbo crosses it in, back stick. Perotta misses from point blank range. Jesus. Come on, boys. It'd be nice to end the season, the actual proper season, on something more than just a 1-0, because we're 1-0 merchants. Perotta, over to Camigliano. Played up to Palumbo. Plays in Rui. Nice ball. Good run. Straight at the hands of Di Gennaro. I mean, it goes without saying, been a very successful second season with the boys. Very happy with the number of shots. Keep going, lads. First season was great, obviously. Absolutely stormed Serie C. Parma are losing their game. Again, you've got to think, if that game that we played against Udinese, if we'd picked up a win there, that would have changed everything. We'd been second. So those little games, they're the most important ones. Salcedo smashes it over the bar. He seems to be a bit more happy to shoot from that position out on the wing. Yeah, that's very frustrating. If we'd just one of those draws turned it into a win, we'd be in second. We'd be above Parma. Yeah, very frustrating things. We're dominating this game, though, statistically. They've had 2 shots and only 1 on target. I'm going to take Zlatan off, rest him, because there's a strong chance he's going to be going straight off to Europe. We'll bring on Comey, everyone's favourite. Bring him onto the pitch, and I think I'm also going to take off Perotta, just because he's not having the strongest game. We're going to bring on Macchioni, bring on one of our own, one of the boys. Hopefully we hang on to the win. Hopefully we get a second, because again, statistically, it looks like we should be getting a second goal, but as always, we're just not quite going for those extra goals. It seems like we get one, and then we're just happy to move it round. Which, at the end of the day, I suppose you can't really complain about, because it's 3 points. So, I'll take 3 points. Colli throws it in. Can't find a teammate. Palumbo plays it in. Bad clearance. And now De Serio for Perugia, moving forward. Can we get a tackle in, lads? Can we not give them an option here? That is absolutely horrendous defending. Right at the end of the game, what are you doing? Why would you be passing it around in the box? That's like the sort of thing you teach to kids. Don't pass it round in front of your own goal. Camilliano tries to pass it to a teammate and Olivieri equalises in the 93rd minute for Perugia. That is an absolute bottle job if I ever saw it. I'm fuming at that. That is disappointing. That's absolutely scandalous. That may sum up just how we've been this season. Well, there we go. Okay, well, we can see that finally, there you go, the little blue section for the playoffs has appeared. Benevento will be furious that they didn't get into that. If they'd picked up a win again, if they got a win on the last day, that would have been theirs. Oh, what a shame for them. What an absolute shame. Ooh, 2.15 million for reaching third. Amazing. So again, do we get anything extra for getting promoted? No, we don't. Okay, here we go. This is the thing I was curious about. So we're going to be playing either Tanana or Cesena, following obviously how they get on against each other in the semi-final. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode there, and we're going to make episode 14 all about those playoffs, and we'll just do the whole episode based around the playoffs. Whether we get knocked out immediately, whether we make it to the final, the whole episode will be dedicated to that. We can do the season review as well at the end of it, and talk about what the plan's going to be for season 3 with Pro Vercelli. That's everything from me, though. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, give it a little like, and hopefully you subscribed as well. Other than that, look after yourselves. I'll see you in the next episode, and ciao bella.